Hi Aries, welcome to March 2016. In March, you're working behind the scenes. So the first 3 weeks into March, you want to take time to chill out, chillax, cruise, put it on cruise, and finish your unfinished business. There is a total solar eclipse on March 8th in Pisces, and Pisces is 12 signs from you. And so this is a time for you to be finishing unfinished business, focusing on your projects that you need to complete. It's not the time to start anything new. And that will come after the sun enters Aries on the 20th. So the first 3 weeks in March, you want to be focused on working behind the scenes, meditating, finishing unfinished business, unfinished projects, and not being in a hurry. This is the time to recharge your batteries, and less is more for you right now. So this first 3 weeks, it's like things are brewing beneath the surface. Right? It's like when you're boiling water slowly and, the bottom of the pan heats up and then the water, rises and goes to a full boil. Right now, things are simmering beneath the surface, brewing beneath the surface, and it's not time for them to go to a full boil or a full blast. Now, this Pisces solar eclipse on March 8th is the only total solar eclipse this year. So it's really powerful and intense, and it's also a supermoon. A supermoon brings the moon closest to the Earth and in direct alignment with the sun and the Earth at the time of the eclipse, making it extra powerful, extra potent. And this is a very interesting dynamic because it's a new moon, new beginnings, but for you it's happening in the 12th house. And when something happens in the last house, it's not a time to start anything new. So for you, this is not your new start. It is a new start in regards to finishing things. It is a new start in regards to completing things. But it's not your new start. And that will come for you depending on when your birthday is, the last 10 days of this month or the first 3 weeks in April. Saturn is challenging this new moon with Jupiter, and so this is going to be a time where, the Jupiter can make things larger, can make things bigger. The Saturn always says, okay, what's the real value here? Where are you going with this? And for you, this is about working behind the scenes, finishing things up, your health, what's going on with the health, what's going on with the work, your work habits, your day-to-day routines, your lifestyle. What changes do you need to make in order for you to be living your best life and achieving your goals? This is an energy where you're really looking at this. And this is the first of 3 supermoons. The next 2 will be on April 7th and then May 6th. So you're also going to have a supermoon when we have the Aries new moon on April 7th. And you also have a supermoon in the fall when the full moon is in Aries and the sun is in Libra. So that's interesting. So both your moons this year in 2016 are supermoons. And that is, like I said, extra powerful, extra intense because of the proximity to the moon and the Earth being so close, making it even more powerful. And so right now, it's time to just chill out and finish things up, complete things, work on yourself. Look at what's getting in your way. You know, how are you holding yourself back? What's limiting you? What is keeping you from what you want? This is the time to look at that. Now, part of it is timing, and it's not just your timing. If you're waiting on a partnership, a business partnership, or even a personal partnership, it has to do with the other person's timing or the other people's timing as well. So it has to do with their astrology, and it has to do with your astrology, your timing. And so that's why astrologers always say timing is everything. So when we know our timing, we can relax. And when you're a fire sign and the sun is in the water, it's not the time to push ahead. It's not the time to be pushing or, you know, going after things. It's absolutely the time to be patient, wait, be still, even be quiet so that you can listen and hear God. You can meditate. You can take really good care of yourself. And that is the first 3 weeks of March here for you. Now, Mars, your ruling planet, enters Sagittarius on March 5th. And he will be in Sagittarius until the end of May, and then he backs back into Scorpio on May 28th, and then he goes direct on June 29th. So Mars is going retrograde next month. So here is another potential false start. So with Mars in Sagittarius, you know, you can move things ahead, but if they reverse on you starting in April, and I'll talk about this next month when the sun is in Aries and it's your month, Mars is going retrograde April 17th in Sagittarius. He makes it up to about 8 degrees Sagittarius, 9 degrees Sagittarius, and then back. And this is very significant, especially for you, Aries. I talk a lot about this in the year ahead astrology forecast, but it's very much important for everyone because Mars is such a personal planet. Mars rules your drive in life. It rules your energy. Without Mars, we can't get anything done. Having a strong Mars is important. And so having him in your sister sign Sagittarius is very beneficial. It can start to open things up for you. This is a really spiritual month for you. You know, as far as like travel, you can start, you know, thinking about, you know, travel plans, education for some of you, if you want to go back to school, for some of you, if you want to be out teaching, or if you want to be starting in a sales, marketing your product and services. You can absolutely begin things, you know, in April and the last 11 days of March. However, it is kind of interesting how we're in this Piscean energy, which is very watery, and now Mars is in Sagittarius in the 9th house of spirituality. So both of these areas are very spiritual. You know, when you are in your 12th house, it's the time of completion, getting ready to give birth to the new cycle, which comes on your birthday. And so it's like, this is time to meditate and, you know, be spiritual and work on your spirituality, your connection to source, your connection to your inner power, your higher power, and let things go. Don't be in a hurry for anything. You know, there's a lot of Piscean energy here. You have the supermoon, solar eclipse in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces and direct, very powerful. Mercury is in Pisces, how you think and communicate, and Mercury entered Pisces on the 5th, and then Venus enters Pisces on the 12th, so you can see that There's a lot of water energy here. You are fire. You thrive in fire. You thrive in air. You do not thrive in water. So when fire signs are working with water, we need to rest, recharge the batteries, and allow things to unfold in a natural pace. Now, the sun enters Aries on March 20th. Yay! And you have spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, fall equinox in the southern hemisphere, and International Astrology Day on March 20th. So this is very exciting. So by March 20th, things will start moving for you in the fast lane, how you like them, you know, moving at Mach speed with your hair on fire. And that will come, like I said, by the 20th. And then Mercury jumps into Aries on the 21st. This is very good because now we start moving out of that water and things can start moving forward and have clarity for you. But while you're taking the time to chill out, to chillax, in the Piscean cycle, you may have a new direction be revealed to you. This is why it's important to take time, you know, and rest and recharge the batteries so that you can get this new sense of purpose and perhaps even a new direction in your life, and then put it into action the 21st on. Then there is a penumbral lunar eclipse March 23rd. It's not a total eclipse, so maybe it won't feel as intense. It is a full moon, and it's in your opposite sign, Libra, which brings the energy to relationships. And the sun will couple with Mercury on the 23rd in Aries, which is very good for you. You could get a lot of insight this day. There's a lot of hits in here in this month where you're going to have many insights and intuitive understandings because you're taking time out to listen. Don't fill your days with lots of busyness and activity. Give yourself time, even take a vacation that first 3 weeks in March if you can, or a staycation, or even just days where you get out into nature and you just take time for yourself, take time to listen. Really important, because then when that sun goes into Aries and it's the burst of life, Aries is the new beginnings. Aries is the time you start something new. It's the first sign. It's the fire. It's inspiration. It is all about action and making things happen and planting seeds that will flourish and blossom throughout the year, and especially harvest in the Libra cycle for you. And so now you can take action when you move into the Libra lunar eclipse. And I like this Libra lunar eclipse because there's no challenging aspects to it. And Mars, your ruling planet in Sagittarius, is sextiling the moon and trining the sun, which is gorgeous, and you're going to love it. You're going to love this energy. You're going to love when the sun moves into Aries and then Mercury moves into Aries and the full moon is in Libra. This is a wonderful energy for you. Now Saturn's going to move retrograde on the 25th. Pay attention to what's coming in on the 25th for you too. So, you know, the 20th on is a really action kind of energy for you. It also is revealing a lot to you. You're going to get a lot of revelations on these days, and it's very important information that's coming in for you. It's about your life direction. It's about your purpose in life. Some of you may be getting a new purpose. Some of you may be getting a new direction with where you're going, and it's very exciting. When Saturn retrogrades, when any planet retrogrades, it's an opportunity to go back, go over things, reflect, analyze, see where you are, see where you want to go. It's an awesome time to take a look at things and evaluate what you're doing. Saturn is in Sagittarius, your sister sign, as well as Mars being there now. And this has to do with your connection to your higher power. It has to do with your connection to your inner being. It has to do with your future vision. Where am I going? Where is my path taking me? Who am I going with? Who's coming with me? And so this is an important time for you to be reflecting on where you want your life to go this year and next year and so on. Where do you want to be in 6 months from now? When we're in Libra, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be by the end of this year? So you want to think about where you're going and what you're doing to get there. And the choices you're making, are they getting you to where you want to go? This is really important. And so this is a very spiritual time for you, this first 3 weeks, and then the last 11 days is a very much action time for you. And even though Saturn is moving in reverse, Mars is moving forward until April 17th, so you want to take advantage of this last 11 days in March and then the first 17 days in April so that you are moving your plans forward and you are getting your ducks in a row and you can initiate new beginnings, certainly the last 11 days in March, but especially at your new moon next month, is the time for you to launch a new business, new product, new service, whatever it is you want to start. For you, it's very fertile, last 11 days of March, but then the new moon in April, that's the time for you to really launch forward and go for it. When you take this first 11 days in March, 20 days in March, while you're in the cycle of Pisces, by recharging your batteries, it brings new gusto to you. It brings new life to you. It energizes you, and it brings new passion. And that's what you're about. You are about passion. And that's what we love about Aries, is that you're about new birth, new beginnings, new cycle. You're the Ace of Wands in the Tarot, where it's all about what you can begin and what you can start and what you can make happen. And the seed is within itself, and that seed can grow into a giant oak tree. And it all, is about planting those seeds at the right time. But don't think because you're behind the scenes in Pisces the first 20 days that you're not working. You are. You're working behind the scenes. It's like any great performance. It's all behind the curtain. And all the work goes into preparation. And then when that curtain lifts, the spotlight's on you. And it's like, okay, Aries, what are you going to do? And so allow for this time to recharge your batteries, get re-energized, finish unfinished business, so that when that sun marches into Aries and we have the burst of new life in every direction, you're ready to move and take action with your new purpose and your new direction that's coming in here for you. So for those of you looking for love, you do have the Libra moon bringing energy to that area, and so anything's possible. I really see the focus on you, and it's really important that you get your ducks in a row and not be focused on other people here in March, because you got to finish things up so that you can start fresh, start new in your new happy birthday cycle that starts on March 20th. I'm not seeing any challenges to the prosperity. I'm just seeing a really big focus going on in your spirituality and your personal growth, your personal development. And Jupiter is in the area of health and work for you, which is always about improving your work, improving your health. And if you're taking that time for yourself at the Pisces solar eclipse during the cycle of Pisces, you're going to feel great when the sun moves into Aries and Mercury moves into Aries. And then, of course, Venus will move into Aries, and that will give you energy. That will give you a lot of clarity and focus and energy that you need to be living your best life and achieving your goals and making your dreams come true. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus and my podcast, Aries. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. I love you guys for subscribing. Thank you for all of you that have been following me for a long time, and thank you for the new people that are following me. Your support, I really appreciate. And so until next time, get ready. Your birthday's coming, and it's going to be fiery and exciting. It's going to feel like the new year is starting for you at your birthday. And do your homework in Pisces, get yourself rested, because it's going to be fire time, exciting, come next month.